Hey everybody, I am DayTraderRockStar, host of DayTradingRadio.com, an online trading show that we've been broadcasting live on the internet since 2007 and teaching traders to trade around the world for, what are we up to, about 15 years now. And we always have lots of new listeners, new people, and I always like to do some updates on the site and show you what's new. Maybe if you haven't seen Day Trading Radio in a while, or you haven't experienced it at all, I'd like to show you a little bit behind the scenes here and show you what you get if you become a member here. So again, we broadcast live every day early in the morning. I get in the office 7:30, 8 o'clock in that time frame. We're usually right in the middle, and we start trading our early morning, I call it low flow poppers, which are stocks. I teach a methodology here called the high probability setups, and high probability setups are basically based off of just a few indicators, but all the foundation is the divergence, the lane divergence developed by George Lane in the 1950s. And that's where the foundation comes in, and everything works off of that. And teaching this and following this and working with it year after year and year, I've narrowed it down to I feel like it's almost it's a well-oiled machine where I know exactly what to do at each point of the chart and each point of the trade, and there's no emotion. And it's not for everyone, because I don't think everyone can do this. I don't think everyone has the patience or the emotions to trade sometimes, and I shouldn't even say patience and discipline. I should say discipline. So it's easy to teach. I could show you how it works. You watch it every day and how we make money with it. But to apply it in the casino of the universe, the biggest casino in the universe right now is the stock market, and not going in there and waiting for your setups. That's the key to success. All right? So that's what we teach here at Day Trading Radio. We have a huge community of traders behind the scenes. Behind the scenes means if you go up to your members area up here, you click on that as a member. I will show you that in a second. Day Trading Radio also is kind of the umbrella for a few different cool little segments. One is called the School of Stock, which is the education at Day Trading Radio. All right, I have two huge courses that are offered, but they also go free to lifetime members, and that's the Ultimate Divergence course and the High Probability Fundamental course. I'll show you that in a second. Then we have the Rockbot channel, which is based off the Rockbot script that I wrote in the last few years to trade some of our setups. So that actually runs as a separate channel altogether. You could actually shadow the Rockbot channel. And if you click on that right there, and again, you can find all this at Day Trading Radio. Here's the Rockbot channel. I'm not going to go into the whole thing, but that's if you want to read more about it. It's an auto trader. It works on the NinjaTrader platform, and it works great. So I'm going to be working on that after I do this video. I actually am putting a new update on this on the Rockbot code. So all this comes with the membership. High probability setups. That is basically what we get here. And click on that. And this is the setups that we usually send out are based off of the same criteria that I teach. The stochastic divergence, or a triple rotation or quad rotation or coil stochastic channel breakout. There's certain playbook trades that we wait, and if they qualify as a playbook trade, they get listed on the HPS. And all these stocks that are on the site are attached to your account. So when you get it, when this automatically hits its buy target or sell target, stop, which is all defined for you, everything's put in. I give you the entry price, the target, and the stop. And as those are hit, they'll send out an automatic text to you saying that, all right, this HPS has hit its target, it's advisable to take profits. Or if it has hit our stop zone, it's advisable to, take the trade off. So that's a great feature, and it's all automatic alerts. It's all connected to your account here at Day Trading Radio. And every week I send out the charts that are basically look like exactly like this. And it tells you the buy zone, the profit zone, and the stop, and it goes along with the video. So that gets released every Friday evening And again, you have the different trade alerts, the HPS alerts, the Rambot alerts, which are actually now new. I wanted to rename that. That's a 5-minute divergence alert. Announcements and text alerts. You get the text coming right to your phone if we get into a fast trade and stuff. So that's all part of
market data connection lost.
HPS, the HPS setups there. And let's
market data connection reestablished.
It's the rock bot there. Let me go back here a second. And then we have the high probability. Then we have the tradeometer. And the tradeometer, I got to tell you, this is a thing of beauty. It's an indicator I developed over a few, I don't know how many years ago, maybe 7, 8, 9 years ago. And it basically takes a lot of the work that I usually do physically or visually as I'm scanning the markets, and it'll scan the markets for me, or the indexes when I'm trading. This is a futures trading or a scalping tool for futures scalpers, or anything associated with the indexes that are covered here. So it could be a derivative of the ES, the MES. It could be SPY calls. It could be SPY. Anything that's associated with the underlying or benchmark index. So we have the ES, the NASDAQ, the YM, and we also have on the other side crude, the Russell, and gold. All right. And what this is a timing tool. Instead of watching multiple time frames, what I'm doing is I calculated all the different time frames on the stochastic rotations between the 1 minute all the way up to the 5 minute on the cash and on the futures. And when they intersect, they're all coming to sync. That's when we get the alerts. And that's what I call a rotation trade. And we do that rotation trade a lot here at Day Trading Radio. It's one of the trades I like to go to during the day. It's a scalping trade. And I think we showed you a few of them today. I'm just looking at the chart here. That's today. It was a pretty crazy day today with the CPI report. It was up 1,000 points, and then it came all the way back down. But yeah, the divergence is the key thing for us right now. And there was a right here, I believe it was a quad rotation that happened right here, right between 3 and 315 on this low. It also was a divergence and a quad rotation, and that's what we want to get, those alerts. That's what we want to see. When all these instead of doing it this way, I have an alert that just alerts me to when these levels are being hit. It also has some other great features. I'll let you investigate that on your own if you just go to that site. And again, this comes with your memberships also. It just automatically comes, so it's not different. If you got this a la carte, if you're not a member of Day Trading Radio, you can still get the tradeometer. I think it's $24.99 a month or $29.99 a month. You have to go to tradeometer.com. It's not that. It's actually quite reasonable for what it does. Let's get back to some other things I wanted to show you. All right, so that's what we have there. So when we log in as a member, and this is going out to new members too, because people are always asking me, there's so much on the dashboard, can you please give me a video on how to use everything? Well, this will pop up for you, and this is what we call our trader dashboard. We'll start on the top. We have everything. We'll start up on the top. There's some tabs up here. So this is where your HPS watch list is. If you click on that, that'll pop right up, and that'll be the stocks that we're watching, just like we heard. And they're all programmed, So, and I only put the stocks on here when they are truly HPS quality names. They're quality. You're not going to see any penny stocks on here. The cheapest one I got into was the BLI, and that was a divergence. And that's the only reason I got into the BLI. That was a cheap one. And divergences, again, you won't see anything better than what I bring you on divergences. When you get a divergence, we make our money. All right, so this was what went out. All right, this would be the alert that gets sent out on a Friday. And then this is the Trading View charts. So the Trading View charts are cool because they allow me to just push the button, it'll fast forward. So when I put this out, this is exactly what you got the day before, the Friday before the weekend. And then Monday starts, and And then you'll see, oh, I had to sign in. Oh, I'm sorry about that. How do I sign into that? Let me pause this and fix it first. Sorry about that. I had to. All right, so this is where it got sent out. The next day it hit our trigger, and then we went, look where we went. We went right up to the profit zone, and at that point, this is where it is right about now. So we could always actually go back to that. Let me actually see if we've completed the chart. I'm not sure on the dates here. I might have to push the back arrow again. No, this should be currently up to date now. But that was a beautiful divergence, and that's the only reason it made it on the watch list. When it hits the profit zone, an automatic email / text goes out to inform you that your target is being hit. High probability setups was developed for part-time swing traders, people who want to get into quality names on a pullback that want to follow that divergence methodology, because that gives you the best entry possible. It really does. It gives you the best entry. So that's a good, this is great for swing traders. And usually, I'd say a typical hold is 5 to 7 days. All right, so now we're inside the dashboard. There's the videos goes along with the watch list every Friday. The forums, we have tons and tons of shows and guests and interviews and some real famous people there. Jack Swagger, Steve Neeson, guy in the Buffalo. Then we have the playbook trades. These are my personal trades that I always talk about. So if you're saying, no, I don't know what a coil stochastic channel breakout, or I don't know what X marks the spot is, go there and there'll be a video, little lesson explaining what that trade is, and kind of get you up to date. And there's some other great ones here that are my favorite videos I put out, webinars and stuff. And it's a nice little section here. It's not many videos. It's about 20 videos compared to, we have hundreds and probably thousands of, videos on this site here. But again, this is the best of the best right there. So I don't like to put too much out there. The support, your account, log out, alert manager. That's where you want to put your email or the text message, the phone number where you want to get your messages or get your alerts sent to. So that's in the trade archives. Every trade that we do gets archived. And like right now, I just bought this ASPU, 500 shares at 40 cents, right a little after 4 o'clock. So all these trades that go out get archived right here, so you can always go back and check the trades and stuff. So that's that's just the top of the dashboard. Of course, whatever we're looking at, Mike's board or Paul's board. Over here we have our chat room. This is very important. You have to open this up. Click on that chat room. Opens up to a big, and your username password that you signed in with or signed up with will be automatically put into the chat room, and you'll be able to get right in there. So it popped open up here. Let me get it for you. See, I'm already logged in on the other side, so there we go. Well, that's how you open that up. Usually in the morning, there's a few hundred traders in there. But very organized. Everyone works together. Trade logs here. You can go back and look back at the trade logs, the chat logs. I mean, then we have our news source, live Squawk, and you hear music lots of times at Day Trading Radio. Well, because we're radio, I like to rock out sometimes, and this is where we play that. So when you hear music, you don't want to hear it, just click on the pause or adjust the volume. And I have it off right now. And then we have the tick strike, another nice partner of ours, and that's the market pressure gauge. That you hear the crickets and popcorn from that, and that's really excellent. You can actually have a couple pull downs here. Oil, Bitcoin, and the dollar, euro, the Benzinger thing. Then underneath that, the playlist, we just have it there because a lot of people always want to know what songs we're playing, so the playlist automatically runs. And then the trade alert box, everything is goes into trade alert box. Anything that goes into the trade alert box gets delivered to you. Down here we have the Rockbot and the Tradeometer. So if you wanted to open up the Rockbot channel, you just click on the Rockbot right there. And again, it'll pop up here. It'll say launch Rockbot Viewer now. Sound effects and everything. It opened up on the top here. I have to pull it down here. Hold on one second. Got a lot of windows open. And that's where the Rockbot is. And that's a different computer altogether that's filming the Rockbot channel. Now, the Rockbot channel is covering, it has a divergent script on the 1 minute time frame. Usually this is labeled, but it's 1 minute. And then the 5 minute Bitcoin chart. I have it up here. And again, you can see the huge move today kind of made this kind of compressed, and there's not a lot of action here. And the same thing here. Well, this is overnight right now. Well, actually, the market's closed right now. The futures are closed. It's not 6 o'clock yet. The futures open up. We'll see what happens. But that's, you could follow that all around the clock there. Rockbot channel included in your membership. And then you have the tradeometer, which I was just showing you before. You click on that, and then the tradeometer will pop up. And there we go. Now, when this opens up, when the market opens up again at 6 o'clock futures, this will go. This will start looking for those overbought and oversold levels. Now, it has have some of the components of the formula involve the cash price, and cash is closed now, so it doesn't add that ingredient to the secret sauce. So it's only going to be working off some other, the futures contract. But I like using the combination of both. But it still gives you outstanding. And again, this thing works great in a choppy market, good range bound chop. It really does work well. If the market's trending strong or down, up, but very strong, I call it the bulldozer trade. It holds the 20-period moving average or above it and just trends all day. You don't want to really go against that. So the first one probably will get defeated. The first overbought level will probably get defeated because the market's so strong. It might not even give you a pullback. And you have to understand that. You have to just manage. This is great in a choppy market. You will see when it's good. It will start nailing it. And if you start nailing 1, 2, 3, then start taking 4, 5, and 6. Wait a couple trades. Let the trades go through. See how the market's reacting. One of these is always locked on. Sometimes it's the ES, sometimes the NASDAQ, sometimes it's the YM. So it's funny that way. But after years and years of studying this and the results of this, and I have all the logs on it, and you can pull this down over here. There's some interesting stuff. And the sensitivity, you can adjust the sensitivity for cluster buying. And if I click on that, you can see there's more candles here. And sometimes that's a good thing because it get real choppy. And if it gets real choppy, you increase that tradeometer, and you start to see that cluster. The more dots you see, the better chance that we're closer to a big pop. And that just, that's a good thing about this. Not many people know that, but again, being in, building this thing, but I like to keep the volatility off. That way we just have a single alert. But if you want it, increase the volatility, definitely increase it. But only when it's, when you get a spot, then increase it and start to see if it actually starts to build a bunch of dots there, which would be oversold or overbought. And once that happens, once you get a few of those, then it starts to move. It just took time. It was holding up. It wasn't trending against it. It wasn't blowing it away. It was clusters. And clusters are good because clusters eventually move back. If it was a washout, it would go right through it, and it wouldn't give us a cluster. It would actually go into a holding pattern, which is a special thing. Now, when you're a lifetime member, you also get the Rockbot script. And the script is on the bottom here. And I'm actually working on the new updated script today, right after this video. So and what you want to do is, if you get a lifetime membership and you have permission to go to this Rockbot code, you can get the code. And here's all the codes. Rockbot version 3. The template for my NinjaTrader, the indicator list that goes on it, everything, how the instructions and general download. And with me and Paula either help you if you have any issues with downloading that or getting that started. I know it's a complicated process in the beginning, believe it or not, with NinjaTrader. They don't make it as easy as you would expect. And again, don't forget, go to one of those go to that web page on the outside. It gives you more information on the Rockbot and the Tradometer. There's a lot of good stuff on that. And then there's the School of Stock down here. And the School of Stock, I'll finish off the School of Stock. That's the education area. Now, these are big courses, and I put these out for sale. But I do offer them free to the lifetime membership as an added bonus for those people who are lifetimers. They do get these. And then I do have a course on the we're opening up parts of these courses for the yearly and the 3-month. We don't want people just coming in to get the course and just getting getting a trial or anything like that. So trials are not going to get any of the course information. There's just a lot of information here, especially when we look at the Ultimate Divergence course. A lot of good information in here. And this is how, you just go through, and each one of these lessons are broken down. I wrote this. It was part of a book I was writing early on. So a lot of that stuff is my research and stuff. Have a lot of tips. This is just one lesson. This is just one lesson on the foundation and how to get started with this. Look at this. This is crazy. I put way too much time in this. All right, so that's that. Let's go back to that's the School of Stock. If you want more information on that, email me or Paul, rpm@daytradingradio.com or dtrs@daytradingradio.com. So that's a good tour of everything on the dashboard and what we do each day. Here's DTR2 down here. Paul usually broadcasting the Bitcoin. When he covers for lunches or Fridays, I'll be down here, and you could hear both of us too. He could also talk too. So we have two channels talking, and that's and there's a lot more other behind the scenes things. Hope that helped a lot of people. Hope that helped the new members getting around, and hoping to help some of the newer people out there who have not heard about Day Trading Radio. Maybe you'll come by and visit. We do have a nice little free trial there too. Just when you go to your Day Trading Radio website, right on the left, it's just a 10-day free trial, no credit card or anything. You just put in the email and username and password, and we'll send you back the link, and you're in. And you get to use all this stuff and try it out. So hopefully we'll see you in there. If I see you in the chat room, say hi. Say, hey, I'm a new trial. I'll give you a shout out. Feel free to ask any questions. Do what we can to help, especially the newer traders, because we're on the right path here. And a lot of people would be successful if they recognize what we do and how to trade and the discipline and patience that come with it. One last thought. Trading is a hard thing to do. So you have to really define the rules that you need to keep yourself in. I call it the criteria. I call it the business plan. There's a certain way of making money, and that's what you want to do. It's not random each and every day. Some people it is, some people could do that, but there's always a technique behind their madness. And seeing and the proof of the techniques that I teach, and you can see the proof, it's just great. It just you develop discipline and patience to execute the trades, and just a whole method behind it. So hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys in the market at daytradingradio.com.